From Mexico to Japan to South Korea to Europe, we had some amazing food in 2024. So narrowing it down to a top 10 was not easy.
We are so close to 20,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we hope you enjoy our best bites of 2024. We are walking to a spot called Bernie's Beef Bike in the San Rafael district. This place has been slinging Chicago-style Italian beef sandwiches off of a tricycle since 2019 when we lived here. COVID happened and unfortunately we were never able to try it. Today is the day we are finally gonna see what Bernie's Beef Bike is all about.
The photos of this place look amazing, so I am so excited. So the last time I had a beef sandwich was in Chicago, and it was at Tony's, which is one of my favorite beef sandwiches in all of the world. This is my first time ordering a beef sandwich in Spanish, which is very funny.
Por favor, una big beef. Con jardinere y sweet pepper. Y un orden de papas con ajo, mantequilla y parmesano. This place is also famous for their burgers, and they stack them extra high. They're super popular, maybe even more popular than the beef.
Like everyone around us got a burger, and they're freaking huge. Everyone has them like this. We already had burgers today, so we're only here for the beef, but we might have to come back another time. Oh my god, it's huge.
Oh, that is a big beef. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, this thing passes the eye test for sure. The bread is super crunchy on the outside. The sweet peppers and jardinere that they have are overstuffed. The beef looks pull apart tender. All right, Chicago Bernie's Beef Bike, a bite that I've been waiting to take since 2019. So I was born in Chicago, and we have traveled all over the US getting beef sandwiches that have absolutely failed us outside of the Chicago area. I'm here to tell you that you might have to come all the way to Mexico City for a legit Italian beef sandwich, Chicago style. The juice is amazing. It's actually got like a peppery note to it. It is a little bit spicier like you would expect in Mexico. The peppers are roasted perfectly. The jardinere slaps. The meat is incredibly tender, and it is the most authentic style beef that I have had outside of Chicago in my entire life. This is absolutely incredible. I'm in heaven, and I am going to scarf this thing down in a matter of minutes. This one's for you, Mom.
Brandon hasn't spoken to me in about 4 minutes because he's just been face down in a beef sandwich.
The best Chicago-style beef sandwich that I've had outside of Chicago, hands down. I don't even know why they sell a junior beef. If anything, I want it to be bigger.
This is great. This is a must-do when you come to Mexico City. Ignore all the Michelin star places. Come here. Come to Chicago Bernie's Beef Bike.
We have made our way to the Ginza neighborhood. This is American Cafe. It's almost 2 o'clock closing time, but they have space for 2 people, so we're gonna go get a giant egg mayo.
This place has a cool eclectic vibe. There's all kinds of different artwork and stuff on the walls, and the ladies were so nice. They came and greeted us, flipped our menus over. There was an English option available too.
We are getting an egg sandwich and an iced coffee. Everyone has to get a drink and a sandwich who's sitting inside. So we have to get 2 giant sandwiches and 2 drinks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my god. She said we can take away, which thank God. This is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh my god, look at this thing. It's insane. They gave us a fork. I've never had a fork with my egg mayo before.
It looks like a beautiful work of art. I wonder how many eggs are in this thing.
Yeah.
It's freaking enormous. And the bread, it's like almost 2 inches thick. The thickest, softest bread I've ever had. There's more bread
There's
underneath.
more bread underneath
I think you might need it. Maybe it's for these huge scoops of egg that they've added. Just a mountain of egg. That's crazy.
Okay, I've eaten a lot off the top, so I'm going to attempt to bite it.
There's no good way to do this.
Bread is warm, bread is fluffy. Normally they don't leave the crust on, but this place is wasting nothing, so this is amazing. I like the salad alone on the fork, but it's even better with the bread.
Quality is super high. The bread is a superstar. It is warm and fluffy, and it's covered in delicious mayonnaise. The eggs are delicious just on their own. This place is incredible.
We're about 10 minutes from closing, and in Japan, closing time means that you are out the door paid. You don't get to stay past closing time. So she just brought us some to-go boxes. It came with a stapler, which is fun.
The stapler is is just too much. The sandwich maxes out the payload of the to-go box that you have to staple it shut is just incredible.
We are obviously not going to let this go to waste, but Brandon is going to have a heavy backpack to carry with these giant sandwiches. That was way better than I expected. I thought it was going to be like a tourist dumb thing that's just an oversized sandwich that doesn't taste good, but the bread was freaking amazing. The amount of egg that they give you is insane. It's 900 yen, which is expensive for Japan, but you got like 4 egg sandwiches in one. So the price for the quantity is right on par. Great, 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 great.
Another day, another fried chicken here in Seoul, South Korea.
We're headed to BHC, which means better, happier choice. It's fried chicken spot. We're gonna eat some fried chicken and beer.
That just sounded like random words.
Better, happier choice.
We've only been to 2 fried chicken spots now, but in my mind, they are definitely party places. Like, people come and rage and share soju and drink beers, and that is totally our vibe. Like, my favorite thing to do in the States is eat fried chicken and drink beer. So this is exactly where I need to be right now. So we sat out here for a little while. We weren't exactly sure what to do, so we just chose a table. So he came over, he took our orders. We weren't able to do half and half with the flavors that we wanted because it's only 4 different types, which makes sense because this place gets really busy. So we got an original crispy, and then we got a sauce chicken, which is their signature sauce.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We just spun this plate of chicken like 8 times, so I hope that you enjoyed this shot of the spinning chicken. We have shots spilled because we were spinning it so aggressively. All right, let's eat the chicken.
So this is the sauce portion. We're expecting that to be very sweet because it usually is. And then we got the plain breaded. There was no cheese sauce at this one. And they didn't have any extra sauce, so I think he just gave us Asian chili on the side. Yeah. Finding spicy sauce in Korea is very hard.
I don't know about you, I love the legs. Alyssa is a flats person, I am a leg person.
But these are, again, the same. It's like a whole chicken, just super hard chopped. So you get like strange big pieces like this, so you don't know really what it is. Yeah, it's great. You going sauce first?
Yeah, it looks beautiful. That is juicy chicken.
I'm going dry first, just so I can get a taste of the chicken in the batter. Hot.
Ooh, the chicken is really good.
I did not think that this would be as good as it is. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Look, even the wings, like a lot of times wings will dry out first. It looks super juicy. Oh, those are amazing. I don't know which one I like better. I might like the original better here.
The crunch is so different than you get in America.
In South Korea, they double fry all their chicken. So it's par cooked and then they fry it to get an extra cook. And they use a little bit of a cornstarch batter. So it is like the flakiest breading you could ever imagine. I don't know what part that comes from. It looks like the breading split off the chicken fried.
I love how they cut it, right? It's so cool.
Oh, it's super tender. This spot is super cool. I love, like, we're sitting on these plastic chairs outside. There's music blasting. People are just slamming shots. And the chicken is phenomenal. This place was really good. I'm blown away with the quality of chicken that they use in South Korea. Like, I'm just blown away by the entire fried chicken experience.
I like the vibe of this sitting outside. It did get really busy while we were here. There is now a wait, so we need to chug our beers and leave. This might be the best hidden gem in all of Copenhagen. Our hunt for Smorrebrod has been a tough one. We have been striking out left and right, so I posted on Instagram, and one of our friends, Ramen, sent us this little bodega just on the outskirts of the city center. It is called Palae. We went inside and we ordered ourselves 2 beers. We also asked if they have a menu. He said there is no menu, it changes daily, and you can walk yourself into the kitchen to pick your own sandwiches, and they're 35 Danish kroner. This is definitely a spot where the locals are coming. You're not gonna find this place on any top 10 list or blog. This is a hidden gem you must hit when in Copenhagen. We're gonna enjoy our beer first, and then I'll take you inside to the kitchen. Cheers. Okay, we have finished our first beer. We have got the courage to go inside to the kitchen, and we are gonna go and find ourselves some Smorrebrod.
And then normally we just take some of this in the hand and one of those. And that's 35 a piece.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna go with a fried one, right? Because that's what we've been wanting. This is hefty. I'm gonna go with this bacon guy. This him?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. What do you think?
Okay. For piece.
Okay.
This is a lot.
Oh my god, so much.
We got 2 more beers and we got our 3 small spot, and I cannot wait to try these. This is so cool.
The amount of options that he had was insane. I think there was like 15 different choices, but these are about half the price of any that we've seen around the city. It seems like you're going into someone's house like that you've been friends with for years to have yourself a lager and some lunch. This is the coolest experience I've ever seen. I do feel very lucky that I am not allergic to anything, and I generally like almost everything. The fact that there's no like signs to tell you what we were picking and choosing from that back kitchen, it's so fun to like bite into it and to wonder, is this turkey? Is this ham? Is it pork? Is it beef? Like, we have no idea what we're eating, which makes it an even more exciting experience. We got, I think it's ham with a mayonnaise, pea, carrot slaw. We also got either an egg salad or a chicken salad with bacon, lettuce, and tomato. We went with a fried fish with a mustard on top, lemon, dill, lettuce, and tomato. It's crunchy. Even though it's cold, it's crunchy. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. They're all so good. I can't decide which one I like the best. This chicken curry one has so many surprises. I think that there's potatoes. There's like 3 different kinds of mushroom. This ham, peas, carrots one, if there was literally noodles in it, it could be like a Hawaiian macaroni salad. Surprisingly, this fish is my favorite. It does not lose crispiness just because it's cold. The mustard mayo on top is so flavorful, and the hit of dill perfectly accents it. The bread here is great. It's that seeded rye bread. All 3 of them come on the same bread, but they taste completely different based on what the toppings are. Just so you know, we have been to 5 different places to try Smorrebrod around Copenhagen. So when I say that Palae is the best in Copenhagen, you know that I'm not lying.
I have no idea how we found this place last time. We just saw a sign with a guy crying on it. It's up some nondescript stairs, and then you find this amazing izakaya. All right, so we used our trusty Google Translate to figure out what this means. This is a time frame of all you can drink. This is the price for the all you can drink portion. This is plus 500 to make it premium, plus 300 adds beer. We are going to do an hour and 20 minutes all you can drink with beer. And
2 hours, 120 minutes.
2 hours. Let's party. All right, so whenever you're ready, press that. There is a 400 yen cover charge, and it comes with your first round of drinks as well as an appetizer. We chose cabbage for that one. We definitely ordered 2 mega highballs to start.
She brought over our mega highballs.
They're huge.
And a huge plate of cabbage with some dressing on it. I love this place. This is so fun.
It's so big.
It's so icy. It's so good.
This is amazing. It's completely frozen, and there's little shards of ice in this thing. If you are unaware, highballs are super popular in Japan, and they're Japanese whiskey and club soda, that's it. Sometimes they come with a lemon. Japanese whiskey is really smoky, almost like a scotch. And then this is simply translated to addictive cabbage, and it's one of our favorite things in Japan. It's just raw cabbage, but with a ton of peppery dressing. It's incredible.
I love it here so much.
That is some addictive cabbage. You need the 2 hands.
It hurts my wrist. It's so heavy I can't hold it. We're only on our second highball, but we've noticed that we were the only ones ordering the mega highballs. I think that we might switch to the smaller ones. Let's order food.
You know another weird thing about this place? There's absolutely no music. It's just people's chatter in the background, people ringing bells and shouting.
We have downgraded to the regular size, and this place is so busy now. Oh my goodness. It's like 7:30, just like that. This place is jamming.
Arigatou gozaimasu. This place has the most amazing karaage ever. We got a 6-piece because it was cheaper if you ordered in bulk. It's definitely a dark meat cut, so it's super juicy and tender. We got a spicy variety, but there's just a spicy powder ladled all over it. It is super crispy, super juicy, and the best thing to soak beer up with, or in this case, highballs.
It's so crunchy. The skin is like the best karaage skin I've ever had. So she just came over and she said a bunch of Japanese words to us, and they did tell us when we checked in that at 30 minutes they're gonna let us know that we have 30 minutes left. So we think that that's what she said. She pointed and went like this. So we ordered 2 more drinks. We said that we're good on food, and now we have 4 drinks to drink with our 30-minute mark. And our last of our food, all of our drinks, and 29 minutes left to do it. Let's go.
Time. cover 2 all-you-can-drink packages, 1 order of karaage, 1 order of fried garlic, 2 orders of French fries.
Best day ever. This is the Sapporo Snow Festival.
Let's eat.
So we are starting backwards from the end because that's where our hotel is located. And our first large sculpture is of the baseball field here in Hokkaido. And they're serving baseball food. So we're gonna go get a hot dog or a sausage. You know what I mean.
1 miso. Miso 1 と sausage 1.
Yes.
We got a miso soup and a sausage. So this is the miso butter soup with corn, broccoli, and a little bit of sausage in there. And then we just got like a sausage on a stick. And there's some condiments that we're gonna put on it too. This line is long. I think it's like one of the ones on this end of it. And the people are loving the sausage. This looks great. It smells good. There's like 6 people in there working. It's nice and heated. This looks so good. I love this. If this is the ballpark food, we need to go to a baseball game.
All right, so I don't know if that was there for the hot dog or what, but they had coarse ground black pepper as well as some togarashi up there. So I added it to the soup because why not? Let's see what's in here. Oh, look at that. I don't know what all is in here, but this looks like a generous hunk of pork belly. Man, and it's steaming. So cool. What's this green? Oh, we got a little hunk of broccoli in there. And there's some more of that sausage. I think it's probably the same as the sausage that's in there. But I'm just gonna try
We put a
some
huge slab
seaweed.
of butter in there too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Corn too, right? A little bit of corn.
Is
to
there?
the bottom.
Oh, yeah, there is some corn in there. All right, let's just try that broth first. Oh, whoa. Miso butter is right. It's full of umami, fatty. It tastes like melted butter. It's insane. You actually get a bit of like the ham flavor too. Oh, that is so good. I'm going in for a bit of that pork belly.
You can take the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melt away tender. It's like the best bacon flavor. What an insane soup. Miso, butter, sausage, ham hock soup. This is incredible. What a great way to warm up at the snow festival.
Oh my gosh, so buttery.
Look how juicy the sausage
I
is.
love the sausage so much. I'm just gonna try it first without any toppings on it. It smells good. It's hot. Should I go big and bite into both of it or just one bite?
Double it up.
Go
Take a
big, right?
bite. It looks so good.
It's so snappy.
You can have
So-
such a good bite.
It's like picture perfect. If you've watched our videos at all, you know that we love a freaking hot dog and this is amazing. It's so good. It's so flavorful. It's nice and light and the outside is so snappy. I'm gonna dip in the mustard right now first. I'll get a little bit less this time. The skin on it is so good. Could you imagine getting this in America at like a baseball stadium?
The
I would
dream.
love my hot dog to come like this.
This is a must get at the snow festival for sure. So good. What a great way to start our day.
Something famous in Guadalajara is their goat birria, so we are headed to a restaurant now for some of that.
The place that we were choosing to eat this dish at is El Pilon de los Arrieros, I think is how you say
That was
that.
so good.
Did I nail it? There's also a few different birria spots in this one little corridor. You really can't go wrong no matter what you choose, but to us, this one looked the absolute best.
This is the cutest place I've ever seen in my entire life. It was decorated so amazing and the inside is so cute.
It's like we're in the middle of a jungle in like an abuelita's house. It's incredible. So they have 2 different types of birria. You can get it crujiente, which is like crunchy on this hot comal, or you can get it in like a soup style with its own juices on it. I think that we were going to try one of each.
Plato especial viene la carne seca
Sí.
con su consomé aparte.
Okay, perfecto. Uno de eso de chivo y una birria de res. Y es todo.
Okay.
This is so pretty. Like, it goes perfectly with how cute this restaurant is. I want to eat here for every meal for the rest of my life.
This is like the greatest smell I have ever smelled in my entire life. I'm so happy.
All right, this is the crujiente goat. So crunchy goat. So it's been in the same stew, except for they've taken it out and now put it on this plancha that they've heated up and made it so crunchy.
Whoa, the texture is a win. The outside of that meat is so crunchy, but the inside is nice and tender. When you rehydrate it in the consomme, it just adds this amazing, rich, roasted chili flavor to it. If you've never had goat, it's kind of a mix between a beef and a lamb, but it is so flavorful It's not gamey and it's very tender. The bite of the pickled onions just adds a fresh note to it. And the tortilla is really good. I saw the lady back there just making them. This is incredible. If you've never had birria before, it is basically just a meat stew made with roasted chilies and amazing spices like clove and nutmeg, and is one of the most traditional dishes in all of Mexico. They have been eating it for hundreds of years, and they specialize in it right here in Jalisco. I am absolutely obsessed with the depth of flavor on the broth. Both broths are completely unique. The roasted chilies and onions, they're so flavorful, it's ridiculous. This might be one of my favorite restaurants in all of Mexico. Wow, holy cow. That was one memorable meal.
Yeah, I'm going back there every time we come here.
Yeah, without question, that is one of my favorite things I've had in a very long time.
We are here on the 13th floor of the Shibuya Scramble at TsuruTonTan for these giant bowls of udon. The line is really long, so we have about an hour wait, but it's gonna be totally worth it because the bowl is as big as your head. She asked us if the window seat was okay because a lot of people like to sit in the booths because the booths are so cool. And we said sure just because we waited so long in a line. But this is the coolest view ever. The window seat is definitely the way to go. As always, just click up here and click the English button. So this is the part where you can pick how big you want it because they don't charge extra for if you want more noodles, which is just so cool that you can decide if you want it smaller or larger and it's the same price. We're getting a double portion.
This place is just freaking incredible. The view is amazing. You can watch the people just scrambling below, the cars rushing by, trains are going, and the signs are changing. It's like complete madness. But up here, it is nice and serene. You cannot beat this view. I had no idea that we would be lucky enough to get a counter seat, but if you come, it's worth maybe requesting it because this is an opportunity you cannot miss. Oh my gosh.
Look at this. This is gigantic.
This is the double portion. I never thought I would get an udon so large it could block the entire skyline of Tokyo. I'm starving, so I just want a sip of that luxurious broth first.
This camera is not doing it justice. This is the largest bowl I've ever seen in my entire life. I swear it's like the size of something that you would serve at Thanksgiving dinner. Like this is for a family of 10. No chance you're eating this all.
Oh, I'm gonna kill it. I would have gotten a 3 portion, but Alyssa wouldn't let me. The broth is fatty, silky. It's like sukiyaki style. So there's a little bit of tart flavor, a ton of umami, dashi stock for sure. Oh my god, that's honestly, I thought this was kind of just going to be like a huge bowl. I didn't realize it was going to be this high quality. After that broth, I want to give this guy a go. Melt away, nice and firm texture, total beef flavor, full of umami. Man, this is just a fantastic bowl of noodles. And the noodles themselves, they're so slippery, they're hard to hold, but they're humongous and they have great toothy texture, and they actually soak up more of that broth than you would think. I honestly feel like I'm about to pass out. This is so much food. Don't even get the double portion, just get a single. It is now day 11.
Still working on his 2 portion.
Trying to eat the double udon.
These might be the best tacos we've ever had in Mexico.
We are headed to one of the most popular places in all of Monterrey, Tacos El Compadre, where they are famous for extra crispy breakfast tacos. It's also called Tacos El Muertos because it is between 2 cemeteries. Let's go see what all the hype's about. So this place is a factory. They're just banging customers out. They walk up to the window and they take your order. There's music blaring. Everyone is eating so fast. It's like the quickest service I've ever experienced.
They brought us a plate of onions and tomatoes and slaw, it looks like.
The dude helping us speaks English. He's super friendly. We decided to get 4 different tacos. We got one chorizo con huevo, and we got that one on flour tortilla. The rest we did corn tortillas. We got a chili relleno con queso. We got the chicharron that Alyssa already took a bite of and loved. And then we also have the frijol. They smell amazing, and we got all of them todo crujiente, extra crispy. This is amazing. I would probably get 4 just for myself.
This is a deep fried chili relleno stuffed with queso, and we added the hottest salsa, obviously. It's like cream cheese inside. I thought it was gonna be like Oaxaca cheese, but it's creamy.
Everyone online said that you had to get this one. This is the friol con tocino, which is bacon and beans. High praise. These might be the best tacos I've had in Mexico in my life. Holy cow. You can tell that those tortillas are all made by hand, and they crisp them up in that oil on that plancha like so well. The fatty beans, the acidic salsa. This is a bite I will never forget. We are just outside of Takashimaya Station going to a very famous tempura spot called Tempura Makino. It's right under this shopping plaza and there's almost always a queue. Alyssa is saving us a spot right now and we are so excited to have a proper tempura meal to start our day. This place is crazy. They're dressed in like perfect chef coats. Not only are they making the tempura to order, they are making the batter to order. Every single thing is made by hand as it's placed. Like, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
In between everything that he cooks, he skims it out so there's no leftover tempura batter to get like burnt up or anything. And they place it in front of you as it's ready. And you don't have to worry about like having the whole bowl of tempura sitting there and getting soggy.
I got the Oh my gosh. That is the biggest piece of eel I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never had eel like that. Every fleck of tempura batter on there just disappears in your mouth, but it has like a loud pop. It's so crispy, and then the fish is just so buttery. Their tempura sauce is not as sweet or as sour as normal, so it really just lets the tempura just shine all on its own. It's so fun just plucking your meal up from that tray that they bring, and every piece is just completely fresh and flaky and hot and buttery.
The egg is something we have been so excited to try.
Oh my god. That is the juiciest, yolkiest, lightly battered egg I've ever seen. Easily the most beautiful sight I've ever seen in my entire life.
The egg.
Easily. I can't even describe it. I don't even need to eat anymore. I know, I'm hooked.
I just want to come and eat 6 eggs.
And this is one of my favorite eating experiences of all time.
Today the egg was my favorite. 1,000,000 out of 10, the egg wins. The greatest tempura piece I've ever eaten.
It's hard to select a winner today, but for me, it is going to be the eel.
Eel over egg?
Eel over egg. I'm never eating again. 1, because I'm physically incapable because I'm so full, and 2, because this meal is impossible to beat. Arigatou gozaimasu.
We stumbled upon this guy 5 years ago when we were in Sayulita for the first time, and we only saw him one night, and we could not find him any of the other nights. It looks like he moved down the road a bit, more into like where the locals live, and I am so happy that we found him again.
Although most everything has gotten much more expensive in Sayulita, these puppies are still 20 pesos a bag. They were 15 pesos 5 years ago, but that is an inflation I'm willing to pay.
If you're in the main part of Sayulita, and this will make sense to you when you get here, if you cross over the bridge to where the Mercado is, keep going down that road. You're gonna look like you're walking out of town on Avenue Revolucion. That's where you'll find him, and he's only here Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We just talked to him. Our Spanish is much better this time around, so I am so excited to share this info with the world. Please come here, support this man so that we can see him in the next 5 years. Brayden has said this before, but this is a bite 5 years in the making for me. I cannot believe that we found this guy again. Anyone who has asked us for information on Sayulita, I've always said, if you see the churro guy with his pickup truck, make sure you get them. And I cannot believe that we found him. They're so good. Like, they're even better than 5 years ago because I've been wanting them so bad. They're chewy on the inside and they're just perfectly crunchy on the outside. And there's like a light cinnamon sugar on it, not too sugary. Yo, we've got a lot of churros. This guy is the best. I feel like I'm gonna tell you guys to come here, and you're gonna come, and he's not gonna be anywhere to be found again. So like, if you see this little ghost in the night, make sure you get the churros.
One more round. We have no idea if we'll ever see him again, so we're gonna get another round of churros.